Hello, Ray Phoenix here. Welcome to Let's Play Spyro for Year of the Dragon, Part 14. We're finally going to go to the Evening Lake homeworld, the third homeworld in the game, with this new flying machine that all the people of the Midday Gardens will build. And before I go to the Evening Lake, we are intercepted by another cutscene. Spike is born. Someone named Spike is about to get created right in front of us. The sorceress, of course, going to be bad-mouthing Bianca. She's always ungrateful for everything. All the greatest villains are always ungrateful. They never care about what they have or work for them. They just like to throw them under the bus at any opportunity they could get. So she's going to go and brew up a new creature, some new battle thing, some battle creature thing that's going to help her kill Spyro, because she's too lazy herself to go kill Spyro herself. So she's gonna get her own monsters to do it, because she's a coward, a wimpy coward that doesn't want to do anything by herself. And she has that Yeti in her possession, the caged Yeti Bentley. She's gonna get her Rhinox to do something, or she's gonna give him some sort of magical thing, some magical elixir thing. It's gonna turn him into something. Yeah, this boss is named Spike. I guess he's named after Spike from Ape Escape, everyone's favorite Ape Escape protagonist. Spike. The greatest one. Everyone loves Spike, but people don't seem to like the subsequent protagonists as much. The adventure continues in a boss battle, of course. It's just being set up as a definite boss battle, where we're going to take on Spike. We're gonna have Sergeant Bird help us. The Bird, yeah, I spell Bird like that band, the Birds do everything, turn, 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 there is a season. I guess that perfectly fits this game too, because each homeworld's set in a different season. I wonder if that's what they were referencing by spelling his name like that, Bird, like the band, the Birds. I think that's some sort of reference to that. The Birds, and they were popular around the time the Bond films were popular too, and this guy's supposed to be like a mix of, he's like James Bond 007 if he were some sort of war soldier, like a battle soldier. Well, he's called Sergeant Bird, that's his rank. He's flying over the thing. He can fly better than Spyro could. And someone gave him some, like, I don't know, well, he says his artillery is useless against Spike. The sorcerer somehow created a bulletproof monster. If only there wasn't magic around. If this guy went to fight me in a place that didn't have an abundance of magic, he'd probably win, and Spyro would be toast right now. But he's not, because he battled us in a place that has tons of magic, and Spyro is a master at using magic at this point to go and kill that boss and make short work of him. And then we get the next egg. We always get eggs for killing the bosses in this game. Monique, and let's gonna try to catch that butterfly. I don't know if dragons eat butterflies. We know dragonflies eat butterflies. We don't have sparks anymore because we're pretty much low on health at this point. We're going to be flying off to the Evening Lake, the third homeworld of the game, where we start to see how, peaceful the homeworlds in this game could be. This homeworld is pretty peaceful. It's like all calm before the storm kind of thing, where we know there's a big major storm is going to be coming up.
Listen to me, Dragon.
And even Bianca's trying to get second thoughts about the sorceress, and she's starting to realize the sorceress is nothing but some sort of like narcissist, some maniac narcissist, doesn't care about anything, and just wants to destroy dragonkind. And now Bianca's gonna have her own character arc, where she's gonna turn against the evil sorceress. They should have made her another playable character. This game already has tons of other playable characters. It wouldn't have been that hard to just make her a playable character and have her go and fight against the sorceress and oppress her. But I think this series is a tradition that Spyro always has to be the one that goes after the final bosses. I mean, this game is called Spyro 3 after all, but they could have had a redemption arc for her. Or maybe give her own spin-off game, but I don't think they really cared. Who's going to buy a spin-off game about some creature that she is? In her own game that pertains to Spyro. I mean, people like Spyro because he's a purple dragon. People aren't gonna like a game about some rabbit humanoid creature that lives in Spyro's world. I mean, spin-off games are not unheard of, but I doubt that would have sold. And Zoe's just gonna bark on again about this is what this power-up does. Yeah, we already know this power. We played Spyro 2, we played this game up to this point. It's pretty obvious what it does. And now I just captured Stuart Little, or as what a Chinese bootleg called it, Stuart Uddle. Yeah, Uddle. The guy probably mistook the L and I for a U. Never realized how L's and I's really did look like the letter U a lot of the time. It's gonna regain a bunch of lives we lost in those failed attempts at beating that boss. The failed attempts you're never gonna see because, well, they're just failed attempts. Who wants to watch those? If you want to watch those, go watch my new YouTube channel I don't even have yet, called Raw Phoenix, where I'm going to be uploading raw footage of all my Let's Plays. Listen to it for archive.org, but archive.org is becoming more and more unreliable. It's really difficult now to upload a video. Even a short little video to archive.org takes 5 days to upload one video. Yeah, that's unacceptable. Archive.org gets worse and worse all the time. I mean, sure, I'm glad they have like a huge library of stuff, but eventually people won't be able to upload stuff to that site anymore because how bad the upload speeds are. It's fine for uploading art and stories and text documents and pictures and stuff, but it's not really good at uploading videos anymore, which is quite a shame, actually. So we're gonna pay him 1,000 gems. Yeah, inflation's really catching up to him. 1,000 little gems. You think, they're not just lying around. Yeah, he obviously knows that we got these gems because they were just lying around. Spyro's always collected gems in all of these games. And most honest bankers don't really care about where you get the gems from. They just care that you got them. We went and we freed Bentley now. We freed this guy, yeah, I think it's a Yeti. We freed the Yeti. We took on a Yeti in Spyro 2 in the Colossus level. Only that Yeti looked completely different. And Bentley could probably crush that other Yeti like it was nothing. You know, if you think, look, Moneybags is larger than Bentley. It's not even that large of a Yeti. He's supposed to be like threatening, but he's not really that threatening. He's smaller than Moneybags, implying that, you know, corporate greed and financial wealth is more important than your physical size. Is that what they're trying to imply by this? Another one of those hidden things, those hidden subliminal messages they put into these games. Just gonna brag about how great he is. And I'm the great Bentley. Yeah, bragging about how great he is. He definitely deserves bragging rights. He's like, oh, you can come and visit me in my level whenever you want. And we're gonna do it because this level is very short. And it will give us a significant amount of progress towards getting this game completely cleared. Let's get some gems first to replenish those gems. Here you go, here's 10 gems. Like, someone begs you for some gems. Here you go. Here's 2 purple gems. That's 10 gems in total. And I just gave away 1,000 gems to that greedy Moneybags. I'm collecting every single gem I could come across, and so far I've always been successful at paying off Moneybags. We'll ever get to a point where they're just, I won't be able to pay them off anymore. And gems only appear once when you collect them. If you collect them, they stay permanently collected. It'd be pretty bad if someone made a mod of this game where like, you know, like inflation and this might not be possible to beat the game if you collect all the gems. All because of that greedy Moneybags. He's going to see his brother now, his little brother Bartholomew. Telling us that Rhinox are invading this level. What did Rhinox not invade in this game? Pretty much everything in this game is about an invasion of Rhinox. And we're supposed to go and use our club, our Flintstone-style club, or, you know, like, so it looks like something the Flintstones would use to, like, bash down something or destroy something. Yabba dabba doo! I'm gonna go hack and slash at these enemies. Well, pretty much is a hack and slash weapon most of the time. Almost like a precursor to what the Omni Wrench is gonna be in the Ratchet and Clank games. Yeah, Insomniac knew very well at this point they really wanted to make what Ratchet and Clank was. You should get a combat-oriented character this time around. A character that actually does, like, melee combat, or combat of a weapon, at least. Short-range combat. It can even, apparently his club can even work as a lightsaber, because he can deflect stuff with it, just like a lightsaber. Heck, it might even be better than a lightsaber, because a lightsaber can't deflect physical objects. If you threw a snowball into a lightsaber, it's just going to melt into the beam of a lightsaber. If you took a real gun and shot it into a lightsaber, it's just going to, you know, the bullet's going to completely disintegrate in the beam, the lightsaber beam. It's going to completely disappear from that. It wouldn't deflect. But this thing does, and you don't even have to time it properly either. It just spins it around, it'll just hit whatever comes at it. It'll go back to. So it's not like in Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Power Battles or those Lego Star Wars games where you have to like block at a very specific moment and it will fire back at the thing that shot it at you. It's actually pretty simple. It was simpler than a lightsaber, and probably more powerful a lot of the time too, more versatile too. And a club's a very underrated weapon. Jedi should be given clubs, and they could give them to duel off the, you know, they may not have gone extinct if they had clubs. They could just bash down any evil clone trooper who tried to kill them, or Sith Lord that tried to kill them. They could just bash them with the club. better than that Japanese club sandwich from Tokyo Jokio and Looney Tunes. It's an actual club weapon, a very underrated weapon, as I do say so myself. Probably the best weapon in the game, or definitely one of the best weapons in the game. It's very effective at killing off these enemies. Most enemies in Spyro aren't even that threatening in general. I mean, people often bash jumping flash grabbing enemies that aren't that effective, but some enemies in that game actually could be very effective if you know which ones to look for. But in Spyro, pretty much all the enemies or a lot of the enemies in these games are actually kind of a joke. If you know how to kill them, Spyro can just flame them down easy. And Bentley, no enemy's really a challenge when they come across Bentley. He just bashes all their heads in like it's nothing. Almost becomes a bit like a brawler, a very simplified brawler, like a simplified Streets of Rage or Final Fight clone. You know, there was that Rhinoc there and he got killed. Rhinoc hiding there, just bash him down. Doesn't even pose a threat at all. He looks very large, but when you have a club on your side, nothing's too large or too threatening. And you have the greatest club in the world. The Bentley Club almost sounds like something they would sell at a sandwich shop. They had sandwich shops in these Dragon worlds. The Bentley Club, Club Bentley, maybe some kind of club people could go to. Like that club from that Muppet movie that was in that alternate timeline where 9/11 doesn't happen and the Twin Towers are still standing in 2002. And Kermit the Frog is somehow still alive. He doesn't exist anymore. Kermit the Frog is, he wished he was never born. And that club existed. Yeah, Club Bentley would be something very different. Club Bentley would be awesome. I'd love to go to that if that were a real club. Of course, it sounds too good to be real, so therefore, it is not real. Any good ideas for sure not going to really exist. Charlie? My name's Walter. Charlie? I don't know why he keeps calling that. My name's Walter. Like in that movie Dumb and Dumber when Bob Saget was named Walter, his character in that movie is Walter, but for some reason, the young Harry from Dumb and Dumber, he keeps calling him Charlie for some reason, like he thinks that's his name. Charlie? We're gonna we're gonna head off to Nam and kill a guy named Charlie. I'll get these Rhinocs like how I got Charlie and Nam. Yeah, if only they had like an equivalent of Vietnam in the Spyro universe, maybe this is their equivalent of it. The war against the Rhinocs. And we seem to be winning, so surely this is not the Vietnam War. We're still finding all these hidden trails, these hidden pathway trails. I could break down. Oh, this is really doing a good job of demonstrating, I think of Bentley's gameplay. Because pretty much all these levels that introduce us to a character pretty much are like, oh, this is how you play the game as this character. This is what you do with this character. You just roam around and smash stuff and break stuff. Grunk, smash. Yeah, just like that. You could have smashed down anything or smash off anything. There's that guy with the torch. What good is a torch against a club? Just remember, I have a club. It's like my father used to say when he played Twisted Metal 2, and he'd be like, just remember something. I'm in a tank. Yeah, just remember something. I have a club. A club is more powerful than your tank. It could like push your head into your body like out of some cartoon, or like squeeze your neck until your eyes pop out like a friggin' Pez dispenser. Like that. Just smashing off more of these things. There's totem pole things, have gems at the top of them. A container of gems. A container full of gems. All seems like I've almost regained all the gems I lost by paying off that greedy shyster money bags. Oh, and our brother's like, oh, thank you for helping me out. Here's something. Yeah, our little brother had an egg the entire time, and he was probably aware that we needed them for something, and yet he was still hoarding it from us. He's an egg hoarder. Wonder how many other eggs he's secretly hoarding. I bet a lot of characters in this game are secretly hoarders of eggs, and there's people that are secretly hoarders of lost media, where they know they have a piece of lost media and they refuse to release it to the world. Maybe the world doesn't deserve that piece of lost media to be found. Maybe the hoarders are secretly the good guys all along, and us the searchers are secretly the bad guys all along. Like an epic ultimate plot twist. What if Spyro is really a bad guy all along? The sorcerers is trying to stop the dragons from one day doing something quite horrid to their universe. Ray Phoenix, signing out.